Hello and welcome back. This is Oliver in Youghal by the Sea in Ireland, and we have another puzzle here from the Guardian newspaper. It is rated as medium difficulty by them, so it's fairly straightforward. And it's coming from the 5th of January 2022, and there's a link down below in the description if you want to go and look at the original one and maybe download a paper version of it if you want to do it on paper, or take this and go and use either Duncan's Sudoku or the Sudoku pad by Sven, and you can stick it up there on your screen and try it yourself. All right. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there's no right and wrong way of doing it, as long as you don't guess. That's the main thing. Try and work everything out logically. The only type of analysis that you need for this one, because it is straightforward, is either uniques or impossibles, and maybe throw in a couple of doubles as well. And I will put cards up there for you to go and have a look at tutorials on those if you haven't already come across this. All right, let's start off now. The way you usually do it is just see if I can find any cells that we can populate now, either with the solution or with two possibles. And one is over this way. That's one. And we have one coming down here. And we also have one coming down here, which means this one in here must be a 1. Okay, that's it. And there's a one going across there and this way. That's not going to do anything. Cross there and this way. No, we won't get 2 there. All right, on to 2. We have 2, 2, 2. So those 3 houses, 1, 2, and 3 are finished. The next 2s are down here. So we have a 2 here, a 2 here, which means the possibles are a 2 there or 2 there, and we make them dark or bold 2s, and this is basically our Snyder notation. So that's the 2s. Is there any other 2s that we can look at? This 2 is coming down this way, and we have a 2 here and a 2 here. So this one here is a 2. So that has to be a 2. Now that being a 2 and this being a 2 means that this one here has to be a 2. Okay. And we have a 2 going across here. Coming up here makes no difference. A 2 across here and here makes no difference. That's basically it. Okay, number 2. Number 3. How many 3s there do we have? We've got 3 3s by the looks of it. 1 up on this column, column 7. 1 going up column 9. So column 8 has no 3s in it. So there will be a 3 either here or here. On the way across, row D has a 3 in it. Row F has a 3 in it. So row E has none, but that would give us 3 of them there. That doesn't help us. Well, nothing else there. Okay, that's 3. 4, there are 2 4s. So they intersect here. That'll not give us sufficient. And they also intersect here. That doesn't help us. 5, there's only the 1 5. 6, we have a clatter of 6s by the looks of it. Do we? We have a 6 here. No, we have a 6 here. So there are 2 6s. Getting rid of column 6 and 4 up here in house 2. So the 6 would then go in either here or here. There's a 6 coming across here. There's a 6 coming across here. So that means up here has to be a 6. There we go. We have a 6 in there. Now that 6, excuse me, and that 6. And this 6 going over here means that down here we have to have a 6. Yay. Okay. 6 and 6, which means across here we have 2 possibles. 6. Let's go on to 7. 7 comes across this way, down this way, which gives us a 7 either here or here. Yeah. There are 2 possible 7s. Now there's another way of looking upon this. Since the 7 is along here, and we have a 7 over here, we can't have any more 7s along this row, which means the 7 must be up here in this house. I think that's all for the 7s. If there's more, look, we'll get them eventually. 8, there, we've an 8 there, we've an 8 there, we've an 8 here. Actually, I just mentioned this Sven's Sudoku pad is very good. You could just go onto a cell like this, double click it, and it'll highlight all the 8s for you. It makes life an awful lot easier. I'll have to do a few puzzles using his system, his software. What was I doing now before I started that? So 8 up there, 8 over here. That means that an 8 can be here or here. 9. Well, this has a 9 in it. This doesn't, but it only has that one intersecting with us, so that's no good. We have a 9 intersecting here, and we have a 9 intersecting here, and 1 here, so we can put a 9 there. 9, 9, 9. 9, 9, which means going across this way, it can't be here, it can't be here, so it has to be there or there. And now we have a nice little pair in there. 9, 9, 9 can't be here, so 9 has to be here. Does that help us over here? Can't have a 9 here, can't have a 9 here, so 9 now has to be here or here. I think we have enough in there now at this stage. Look, we have. What I'm going to do now is continue on with using Duncan's very handy possibles, where it'll populate the grids now with possibles. It just saves you going around banging your head and making mistakes. I'll just, at least you know what's what. And what we do now is we go in and we have a quick look, and I just see something up here. It's amazing how some things just pop out at you. There's a pair there of 7 3s. So that means we can't have a 7 or a 3 anywhere in this house. There's a 7 gone, and the 3 gone, 7 gone, and 3 gone. The other thing about Sven's Sudoku pad is we could now colour this cell to go back to it. Unfortunately, we can't do it here. So 7 3s for this house, but also we can't have any more 7s or 3s in column 4. 3 and 7 goes. This column should clean up very quickly because we have a 1 there. Put that 1 in and gets rid of a 1 here, and that becomes a 2, and no 2s in here. Oh, amazing, no 2s over there. Let's go back to our other one over here, which was the 5. So pull in that, get rid of the 5 there, get rid of the 5 there, and look at that, another pair of 7 3s. Okay, now 5 here. Now we have to get rid of them on row E. 5, 5, 5. And it's fairly easy to miss ones out. I know I missed them in the last tutorial, and I'm sure I'll miss them in this one as well. 5. We now have an 8. And one house is finished. And that sort of proves that this is not a hard one. The fact that you can get a house finished so quickly. 8, 8. Having said that, I'll probably come a cropper now and won't know what to do next. Wouldn't that be right? That'd be kind of typical. These pairs is very handy. Keep an eye out for pairs. 8 3, 8 3. So the 8 3 goes here. Can't have those. And before we finish there, we can't have a 3 here because it's an 8 3. And that 8 and that 8 also goes. So we'll do this 1 while we're sitting down here. 1 gets rid of that one. That one. No one's over there. Now let's head up along this column 5, getting rid of 1s. There. That's it. No more. That's all of them taken care of. And then back down to our bottom left where we had the 4. And we will put that in. And across here to the right, we'll have 2 4s to get rid of. We have 2 nice. There, sure, there are pairs, 6 9s. I should have seen that before. Oh, look at that. There's a 5 up there as well. We'll go back to that in a minute. 4 here. Get rid of our 4s. And now up along the column, there's a 4 at the very top. Get rid of that. Okay, back down bottom right now. This 5. Let's get rid of that one. And the 5's within this house. And look at here at the bottom, we have a double pair of 4 8s. So the 1 will finish off this house. But before we do that, let's go up this column and get rid of a few more 5s. That's everything done there. And back down now to our 1. What will that do? Okay, up the column first. That's all the ones we get rid of up there. That's all. And nothing to the left. Okay, let's start scanning again and see can we find anything else now that is. Oh, look at there in house number 6 we have a 4 7. 4 7. These pairs are very powerful, aren't they? So we can get rid of 4s and 7s in this house. There's the 7s. Oh, look there, there's only one left in this house, so we'll come back to that. 4 7s in the house, also in the row. So 4 goes and 4 and 7 goes. So there's a 3 there now as well. But we'll come back to this one because I could miss it again. So that's a 1. And we have a 9 sitting beside it. And get rid of the 1 there. No one's in here. Oh, look, there's an 8 here as well. We might as well do this one. Get rid of this one. The 8 gets rid of an 8 there and an 8 here. No 8s over there. But the 5 here would be an interesting one. Oh, an 8. Let's go up the column now and get rid of that 8 there. Okay. This 5. Well, over along the row, we're going to get rid of that one and that one, releasing 2 more numbers for us. And if we go up the column, it just reduces the amount of possibles up there, which we'll need at a later stage. So sticking on row F, we'll do the 2. Now there's no other 2 on that column, so we'll leave that as it is. We'll come over and do the 4. There's just 4s up at the very top. Get rid of those 2. So that's that lot. If we move up now to row E, we have our 3. Get rid of that 3, which will get rid of a 3 beside it. And down at the bottom, we might as well go down and do it now. It gets rid of a 3 here, giving us an 8. And that 8 gives us a 3 next door. We'll go up the row now, remembering our 8 and 3. Up to the top there's an 8 we can get rid of, giving us a 5 6 pair. There's a 3 to get rid of there, and 3 to get rid of here. This 5 6 pair will get rid of 5s here and here. And let's just drop down a little bit to this 1. It won't get rid of anything else for us, but at least we'll have it finished and out of the way. That's a 5. This 5 goes. No 5s up there. This 7. It doesn't affect anything else. Over here, this 9. And up that column, there's another 9 up there. Get rid of that. Okay, that's about it. We're going along nicely. And here we're 4. Convert that to a result. And an 8 here. Okay, back to the 4. On the left, we have that one to get rid of. On the right, we have 2 more. The 8, there's 2 8s to get rid of. Now at this stage, just keep your head and go back and start checking things. For example, this house, it looks as if I could there we go, a 4. So that is 4 in there. And when we put that 4 in there, we can get rid of 4 here and 4 here. Okay, and then on to the next one. That looks fine. This one looks grand. This is the, oh, wait a minute, the only 6, we have a 6, so that 6 should not be there. If that's not there, then this becomes the 6. That becomes the 5. And that 5 gets rid of that 5 there, and that 5 there. If I hadn't noticed that 6, we'd still be wandering around. Just looking at 6s, there's only one 6 here. So that's that one. We have an 8. The 3 there. That 3 gives this one into a 7. 7 caused this is one to be a 3. We have an 8 over here. And now if we go all the way down to the bottom, that 8 gives us a 4 here. 4 over here gives us an 8. And let us go back up to the top again. And looking in here in this house, that's the only 9. So there's our 9. And now we have, this is our only 5. 5. Looking over here, I have a 3, 7 and a 7, 5. So there's one there extra. We have a 3 here. So that should not be there. So that is a 7. And I will, no, I'll stay up here for the time being. Get rid of my 2 7s over here. That gives me a 4. 4 gives me a 3 here. And that 3 gives me a 7. And back over here, I get a 5. Now we go down to the bottom. That 5 down here causes a 7. 7 causes a 3. And a 3, like dominoes, causes a 5. Now, across this way it's right. We have 2 free cells and we've got 2 numbers. But if you look vertically, there'll be a mistake somewhere. There we go. There's the 4. So this has to be a 7. That's a 7. This has to be a 4. All right, that's it. It wasn't too bad at all. It was actually quite straightforward, as all of these are. Just keep your head. Use the simple things of impossibles, uniques, and there's always going to be plenty of doubles around the place. If you haven't looked at the tutorials, have a look at them now. And that's it now till tomorrow, and I'll have another, either a medium or an expert Sudoku. Until then, Slán Tamil.